Wow, look at that fish.
Cheers. Cheers.
Thanks,
Cheers.
Corso.
That fish is really good.
The fish is awesome.
Do you like going outside? Do you like hiking? And do you like food? Well, you are gonna love this video because this is a compilation of Outdoor Eats TV Season 1 and Season 2. Hey, Chef Corso, Outdoor Eats. I'm on a mission to get you guys outside through food and share that you can eat great meals on your outdoor adventures, whether you're hiking, backpacking, car camping, bike packing, whatever you're doing. Outside, I want you to be able to eat well. So I'm in Denver, Colorado here. Look at that, it's the red rocks. Pretty. And in this video, we're gonna mash up all of the episodes from Season 1, Season 2. We've been going all over the country, exploring and sharing and cooking up some great meals. And what I have learned through this whole process is that there is adventure everywhere. You don't have to have this huge permit. You don't have to have this huge trip. You can literally just go outside your backyard or your back door, go on a bike, go on a fishing trip with your buddy, or just a day hike with your friends. So get out there, cook something amazing somewhere awesome, and hopefully these videos can inspire you to get outside and cook, get you hungry for going outdoors. But there's adventure everywhere, guys. Enjoy. Today we're headed out on a 2-night, 3-day backpacking trip into the hills of Southeast Arizona. It's an area that I have never been to. I'm really excited to explore. Joining me on this trip is my great friend, Makoto. He's flying down from Seattle out of the rainy winter gloom, and we are both excited to enjoy some nice sunshine in the desert.
The only things that I know about this trip are that we're gonna walk, hike, climb, get dirty, and eat well.
The first thing I do before I head out on the trail is I go shopping. And you might be thinking that these ingredients are gonna be fancy, they're gonna be gourmet, they're gonna be hard to find, but no, not really. I just usually head up to a local grocery store and just find some easy ingredients, easy pantry ingredients that are really approachable and really economical. For the meal plan for this trip, we've got 2 people and 3 days worth of food. And for me, I like to use the recipes as a final checklist, just making sure that I have all the ingredients making it in the pack. But I like to use reusable Ziplocs, Ziploc bags, or stuff sacks to pack up all the ingredients so I can stay organized. So it's either 1 recipe per bag or 1 day per stuff sack. The route that we have planned today is down a canyon, and there have been some recent rains, so the river is running, which is definitely a good thing, but might provide some interesting challenges along the way. We're headed out on the first leg of the trail, and within the first few paces, we hit a river crossing. A few paces into our trip, we've got a choice to make. We need to cross this river or else we're gonna be wasting a lot of daylight. So, water shoes on, let's get a little bit wet. There's a lot of potential reasons for a river crossing. For us here on this trip is there's not a defined trail, so it's kind of zigzag through the canyon. There's a big rock face on one side, there's a slide on another side, and you just kind of have to navigate it as you go. So where we are, it's not a well-defined trail, so we kind of weasel down this hillside, but yeah. So, you know, that's part of going outside, but I'm excited to be able to cook up some great meals once we're finally done here. And hey, Makoto, it looks like the sun is dipping behind that hillside. We might have to cook in the dark tonight.
Who needs light?
Who needs light when we got food?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I like that. Nice. Well, I think we found our campsite over there by that big old tree, but we just have 1 more river crossing to go before dinner.
Right by that clearing?
Right by that clearing. This part of the river is a little chillier. Well, I think we found our camp spot here for the first night. We've crossed a lot of rivers today, but we're gonna set up camp and get ready for cooking dinner for night 1, which is a classic packaged meal flavor that I know a lot of you have had before.
Outdoor Eats is brought to you by Merrill. Good things come to those who hike. Brew Trek. Coffee gear for your adventure. Looking for more inspiration? Outdoor Eats trail meal cookbooks are available at OutdoorEats.com.
we are making beef stroganoff here tonight. We've got camp all set up, but what we're gonna do tonight is we are gonna do a comparison. So we are going to boil up some water and make a package meal. And we are also gonna make a Outdoor Eats beef stroganoff recipe. And we're gonna do a taste test side by side because I want you guys to see the difference between the two different meals. So I'm gonna boil up some water for our package meal here. So while our water is boiling for our package meal, a little bit more about Outdoor Eats recipes. So all Outdoor Eats recipes are 10 ingredients or less, ready in 30 minutes or less, no pre-prep, no dehydrating, and most importantly, no packaged meals. But I want you to be able to eat with fresh, real ingredients on the trail because I think they taste better and will give you better fuel for your treks. Give that packaged meal a little bit of a stir, seal it up, and come back in a few minutes for our comparison. For our Outdoor Eats recipe, what I've done here is I packed up all of our ingredients in this reusable Ziploc bag. What I have in here is I've got some beef jerky, egg noodles, fried onions, I've got some fresh mushrooms and some dried mushrooms, a bouillon cube, and a packet of mustard. And last ingredient I have is some non-fat milk powder that'll give us some really nice creaminess. So for our pot here, we're just gonna get a little bit more water boiling and throw that beef jerky right in. And I'm also gonna throw in our bouillon cube, and we're just gonna wait for that to come up to a boil. Our pot's coming up to a nice boil, and now we can get all of the rest of our ingredients in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and add my fresh mushrooms and my contents in the pack here. And the other ingredient that I had in here too is a little bit of garlic powder. I'm just gonna give that a nice stir and wait for our pasta to get cooked, and we'll be able to check out how all those flavors came together, see how that beef jerky hydrated in here. We've been cooking for about 7, maybe 10 minutes in our pot here, and I think it's time to finish off our beef stroganoff. I'm gonna add our non-fat milk powder here, and then I'm gonna add my mustard packet. And you might be asking, why are you adding mustard to stroganoff? Well, a really important component of any dish is acid. So a little bit of mustard has some nice, sneaky, acidic flavors that are really gonna complement our dish, make it taste amazing. So I'm just gonna give it another minute or two. This is ready. I think it's time for my buddy Makoto to come over for dinner. Hey, Makoto, come on over. All right, here's your spork, and it's time for our taste test. Let's taste package meal. So what are you tasting?
Packaged meals tend to be really salty, on the mushy side, not very appetizing. I'm tasting salt. I'm tasting
Salt, yep.
mush.
Let's go ahead and taste up our Outdoor Eats recipe here.
Chef Corso's meals have the right consistency, they have flavor, there's just a lot of thought put into the meal plan. I'm getting all that happy feeling going on.
So which one would you want to eat for dinner tonight?
I mean, if I didn't want flavor, then I'd go with dehydrated meal. But if I want something that tastes like beef stroganoff, obviously I'd go with yours.
All right, well, let's dig in then.
Awesome.
We knew it was going to be chilly, but we didn't necessarily expect this much frost. So we definitely needed a nice cup of warm coffee to get us rolling before we cook breakfast. The sun has finally come up over that ridge, and we are making bacon cheddar grits this morning. For our ingredients for our bacon cheddar grits, number 1, we've got pre-cooked bacon. 2, we've got packaged little cheese snacks. And for our grits today, I am using actually cornbread mix. So the first thing that we need to do is wake up this bacon. So I'm just going to do a quick little rip in here. So once our bacon is nice and toasty, I'm gonna go ahead and add some water. And the ratio that we're looking for nice creamy grits is 3 to 1. So we're looking for 3 parts water to 1 part cornmeal mix, or 1 part grit. It is thickening up, and believe it or not, we're at the last step of our breakfast recipe, which is adding our cheese. Give that a nice little stir and let that melt. There we go. We've got bacon cheddar grits, nice and cheesy. Let's give it a try. There you go, man.
Awesome, what do we have here?
We got bacon cheddar grits this morning.
Ooh, nice. So what do we have planned today?
Well, I think we need to head up river a little bit more. I'll probably have a few more river crossings, but I've got a really tasty no-burner lunch recipe using Triscuits.
Triscuits, can't wait.
So we're all packed up, and I love finding different spots to cook. And the great part about this area is it changes, every quarter mile. So I'm excited to see where we get to find to cook next.
Oh man, this is amazing.
This is really pretty. Done a lot of stuff in the kitchen, but I would much rather be out here. There's something about cooking outside and finding spots to do it that I just love.
Remind me how you got into this thing again?
It all started on a couple of my backpacking trips into the North Cascades National Park. We had a camp stove, and I'm like, well, I'm a chef, I think we can probably cook something pretty tasty on these. And the first couple recipes were really, really good. And I really wanted to figure out a way to share it with my friends, but then also the outdoor community. So it all started with a couple recipes. It's grown to over 275 recipes on the website right now, all trail tested. I was always trying to get outside and explore nature, having really great food, and Outdoor Eats has been able to combine those two things. As we got down the river, it got a little bit rugged and a little bit hairy. I don't think either of us were expecting this hike to be as rugged as it was, but every trip has its challenges, but it was kind of fun to work through those challenges together, kind of figure out the route as we went, and kind of get up and down and around some interesting spots. When it came time for lunch, I really wanted to find a nice spot to cook on, and I love finding flat rocks or stumps, and man, look at this thing. We found a great rock to cook on, really nice stable surface with a beautiful vista in the background. So we are making Triscuit panzanella for lunch today. Panzanella is a classic Italian bread salad, so you could easily make this with some old French bread, some old ciabatta. So for this recipe, I'm just using some red peppers, baby tomatoes, a little bit of protein, a little bit of a vinaigrette right over the top, a mixture of balsamic and red wine vinegar, got some oregano or Italian seasoning. For any panzanella, it's really important that you let it marinate. You could just let it sit here on the rock and stare at the river, or you could have a little dance party on the rocks.
The Triscuit panzanella meal is an experience. In traditional Chef Corso style, it can't just be mix it around, wait around. You had to get active, you had to get dancing. I'd like to think that my dance moves made it taste better.
All right, let's eat. Awesome. So this has been sitting for about 10 minutes. Flavors have really come together.
That's amazing.
I can't wait for you guys to try this because this tastes amazing for being just a bag of Triscuits with a couple ingredients in it. A little bit of a crunch from the red pepper, the freshness of the tomato is really, really delightful, and something that is sorely missed from packaged meals that I try to add to a lot of recipes for outdoor cooking. Both Makoto and I had our eyes set on a great campsite, and we needed to meander down the river. Well, first and hopefully last water crossing of the day.
Question mark?
Yeah, man, I don't know.
Woo, that's brisk.
Whew, love it, love it. We decided to take the high road and do a little scramble up here through the cacti, which may be a great choice or it may be a terrible choice instead of, fording the river a couple times. But we're gonna find out. We're definitely earning our dinner tonight. Well, I think we need to make a choice pretty soon. It says the sun is getting long in the day there.
Why not right here?
It's not a bad idea. These big cathedral cliffs right here. Well, Makoto, I think we found our spot for the night.
Yeah, not much better than this.
It's time for dinner, and Makoto is gonna join me with prep for our dinner here tonight. We are making pad thai tonight, and we're gonna make pad thai 2 ways. Yes, bonus recipe here in the rocks. What I'm gonna do in this bowl here is make a traditional version of pad thai. And ingredients for that is we've got some tamarind paste. We're gonna throw in some curry paste, some fish sauce, even it out with a little bit of sugar. And then for Makoto over here, he is gonna make a version that is a little bit more American friendly. You could call it peanut butter spicy noodles. So we're gonna use peanut butter packets, a little bit of salt, a little bit of garlic powder, a little bit of ginger powder, a little bit of sriracha, and a little bit of rice vinegar. One thing to note as we're making both of these sauces is, we're not measuring everything exactly. We don't have teaspoons or tablespoons here with us. We are eyeballing everything. But one thing I share with a lot of folks out there is that you can always add more. And really, really important to taste your food along the way.
That has some kick, a little pungent.
So we are going to get a pot of noodles going here.
So what we got here are some campy chopsticks. We're having pad thai tonight, and it wouldn't be proper without a nice pair of chopsticks.
Our pot is all boiling and it is ready for noodles. So we're just gonna throw in some rice noodles. So Mac, here's a spork for when we can eat.
Hold on,
What?
I got something for you.
What?
Little gift.
You make campy chopsticks?
Of course, it's noodles, it's pad thai.
Nice, thank you. Our noodles are all cooked up here, so it's time to put together our bowls. Oh, yes. Noodles in the desert in the breeze. Nice. Let's mix this up. Wow, look at that. So let's garnish it up. You want to put nuts on yours to match with your peanut butter? I think I will slice a little bit of this red pepper on mine to give it a little bit of color. Nice little squeeze.
Yeah, synchronized limeage.
Cheers,
Cheers.
man. Thanks for cooking. That tastes really, really good.
Incredible flavor. Got the smoothness there.
And the freshness from our garnish party over here, super, super good. We are gonna finish dinner here. We're gonna enjoy the sunset over these bluffs and enjoy our noodle bowl.
Outdoor Eats is brought to you by Merrill. Good things come to those who hike. Brew Trek. Coffee gear for your adventure. And InForAdventure.com. Inspiring, educating, and encouraging outdoor adventure.
One of my favorite parts about any camping trip is waking up with the morning light. Pretty way to start the day, our last day here in the desert. But this is my favorite part about going camping, is watching the sun wake up a valley, a vista, a canyon, or anything. And I love taking a few minutes and just soaking it in before we have to break down camp and head downriver. Well, as you can see, it's another chilly morning, but we need a warm breakfast to warm us up. But the great part about our breakfast recipe this morning is all the ingredients fit right in my pocket. So we are making a cranberry orange granola. We've got 5 ingredients, including water. It's gonna cook up in about 5 or 10 minutes, but let's get cooking. So first step for our cranberry orange granola this morning is we're gonna get our dried cranberries into our pot and 2 small mandarins. Gonna throw a little bit of cinnamon in there and add a little bit of water to get our burner going. And what we're looking for here is all the flavors to come together. The cranberries are dry, are gonna accept some of that water. The oranges are gonna break down a little bit and give some water as well. So this is gonna cook for another minute or 2. For our granola here this morning, just gonna crumble right into our pot here. I'm just gonna give that a quick stir. Let all of our ingredients come together. But we have got cranberry orange granola in just a few minutes. Nice, warm, hearty breakfast. Start our day with here today. Let's give it a try. That is warming my whole body and tasting really, really good this morning. I'm feeling better already. The last day of any trip is always kind of bittersweet. You enjoyed being outside, but you also kind of want to get back to your rig. So we've got some miles down the river, a few more river crossings, and still gonna be a great adventure out of this canyon.
This trip has been about walking, hiking, eating well, hanging out with a good buddy. What more could you ask for?
It was beautiful. It was cool to see all the different varieties. Oh man, we made it. Yes. Hey Mac, I got one more surprise for you.
Of course you do.
We're doing a trailgate snack.
Having a trailgate at the end of this adventure was totally unexpected. It's like having a cherry on top of a dessert, no pun intended.
So for our trailgate snack here, we are gonna make chorizo queso. We're gonna add some chorizo to our pot and get that cooking up. Just squeeze it on in there. So this happens to be a soy rizo. You can use pork chorizo as well. So we're waiting for our chorizo just to warm up. I'm just gonna open up my Velveeta pack. Velveeta is quote unquote cheese. So it is a cheese product. It is classic Americana. It isn't necessarily the best quality cheese, but the quality that is great about Velveeta, it melts really, really well. So I'm just gonna do some nice nuggets of our Velveeta in here and throw a little bit more beer, loosen it up. Mac, you wanna give it a nice stir? Oh yeah. And we're also gonna add salsa pouches, and then we've also got some fresh cilantro, and we've got a lime, nice fresh squeeze of lime, and a dip. Nice. I dip, you dip, we dip. This is it. This is exactly what you want at the end of your trip. A warm, cheesy, dippable snack. I was really surprised with this trip and with this canyon. Around every turn, there was something pretty to see. There was a cool bluff. There was a fun river crossing. There were some really cool colors, some really cool sounds. And the campsites that we were able to find were just awesome.
Any trip with Chef Corso is an adventure. We had pad thai in the middle of a desert. I'd just like to thank Chef Corso for inviting me along. I truly appreciate our friendship, and I truly appreciate the ability to eat well and do this adventure with him. What an experience.
Well, thanks for coming along for our backpacking trip into the Arizona desert. But get out there, cook something amazing, somewhere awesome. Boca boca. Quick intermission, if you are new to Outdoor Eats, check out my line of cookbooks. I have 8 right now, 2 more coming out this season, and all of them are 10 ingredients or less, ready in 30 minutes or less. Each cookbook has 20 unique recipes, so each one is different, and they're meant to fit right in your glove box, right in your backpack, and help you cook great meals outdoors. We also have some great spice kits. We have some great supporting merchandise from some sporks and some campy camp knives and some totes. So check all those out in the Outdoor Eats shop. Let's get back to it. One of my favorite things to do when visiting any city is checking out the local food scene. The ferry building here on the wharf of San Francisco is full of local artisans and shops, and I'm really excited to see what they have for ingredients that we could add to our meal plan for our backpacking trip. We made it inside the ferry building, and the first stop here is Acme Bread, and I am looking for some San Francisco sourdough to add to our meal plan.
Hi.
Hi, can I get a sour baguette, one of these Levian rolls, and also the olive roll? One of my favorite cheeses of all time is Humble Fogged Aged Goat Cheese. So we were able to find that cheese, plus a great cheese from Cowgirl Creamery, and an aged cheddar with a little bit of spice in it, and some great local charcuterie that wasn't just your standard hard salami. I think that's a shop and wrap. We've got all of our ingredients, and we are ready to hit the trail. Joining me on this trip is my friend Sue. I have known Sue for a long time. I'm really, really excited to explore this adventure with her. Do you know what we're doing?
No. What is the day gonna look like
Yeah,
here?
that's probably a good question.
He kind of left me in the dark a little bit, which I was a little nervous about because I'm a planner.
We're here in the Presidio, we're starting here, and we are gonna hike across the Golden Gate Bridge and eventually camp in those beautiful green hills over there. We've got about 10 miles ahead of us today.
Okay, all right.
Let's do this. I've been to San Francisco multiple times, but I haven't really explored much of the Presidio. They redid it to be a really great urban oasis from some really great new plants, some flora and some fauna and some wildflowers, some great sitting areas, picnic areas, a kids' jungle gym, and the views of the Golden Gate Bridge, Alcatraz, and the bay are absolutely beautiful. It's a really great spot to hang out for the afternoon with your buddy or your family. Great outdoor adventures don't have to be 5, 7, 8 days long. There are approachable adventures that really aren't that far away. Maybe just a short drive, or sometimes you just have to get off your couch and start walking. The first part of our journey was crossing the span of the Golden Gate Bridge, and for us, the real adventure started once we finally got to the other side. We made it across the bridge, and we are both getting really, really hungry for lunch. This is where our real adventure starts. It's time to find a spot to set up for lunch. In true Corso style, I don't want to eat lunch at the picnic table. I don't want to eat lunch in my car. I want to find some rocks. I want to find a bluff that we can set up for a little impromptu pop-up mealtime. Where we found was absolutely stunning. When I see a spot to cook or to set up lunch or dinner, I get really, really excited and get a little bit of burst of energy, but I think we found our spot. It's time to set up for our lunch. We are doing a classic meat, cheese, bread hiker meal, but we are elevating it. We are using some local products, some local artisan products from meats and cheeses. Sue, this is it. It's time for lunch.
I think we've earned it.
I think we earned it too. I have 3 meats and 3 cheeses and 3 different kinds of breads. We've got some cured meat sticks and some blood sausage. Here, try that. Oh, there's smoked paprika in there too. And then we also have some kind of American style prosciutto.
Hit me.
And then for our cheeses, we've got a spicy cheddar. We have a Mount Tam Brie Camembert, which is nice creamy. And then one of my favorite cheeses of all time. It says Humboldt Fog aged goat cheese. And then we have a little bit of orange. It's got a sort of a little palate cleanser freshness, a little bit of our dandelion chocolate that we found. And then for our breads, we have a classic San Francisco sourdough baguette, crunchy. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yes. And then I got 2 really nice rolls. So an olive roll, a little bit different texture, but still pretty chewy. Let's choose our own adventure as far as meats and cheeses. Also have some nuts for a little bit of crunch, but we get to eat it right here, staring at the Golden Gate Bridge. Pretty awesome.
Is this it for the day?
No, we've got a whole afternoon in store. We're gonna keep on hiking down this bay, see the ocean for a little bit, and then we're gonna hike over these mountains and make it to a campsite tonight at Hot Campground. It's gonna be great.
Outdoor Eats is brought to you by Merrill. Good things come to those who hike. Brew Trek. Coffee gear for your adventure. Looking for more inspiration? Outdoor Eats Trail Meal Cookbooks are available at outdooreats.com.
I've always had a soft spot for San Francisco. I went to culinary school in Napa Valley, so I visited it multiple times. They have a great food culture and some iconic structures, from the Golden Gate Bridge to the fog rolling in. I thought it would be a fun place to start an urban adventure. And also, as I was planning and looking at the maps, is the hike really wasn't that long. As we went farther down the trail, the views really opened up. It got a little bit more rugged, and it got really, really windy. There were some waves crashing in, the rocks got a little bit bigger. It just kept getting prettier and prettier.
I did not prepare for the wind to kick up like that. That was pretty epic though. Again, just those unexpected moments where not sure what to expect from the trip, but these elements and conditions just enhanced and augmented it.
One thing that I love about exploring a new region is seeing the wildflowers, seeing the plants, and seeing how the terrain changes even just a quarter or a half a mile. Guys, this is exciting. I found some wild fennel just hanging out on the side of the trail. It is everywhere here in California. I think I can throw this in our breakfast tomorrow morning. So we went from a really windy, craggy point to more pastoral meadows, going through some green rolling hills. I think we made it. That last little push is a little tough, but totally worth it.
Totally worth it. Again, one of the elements of not knowing the length of the hike or the conditions. I wasn't really expecting that uphill scramble to the campsite, but the views and just feeling like you feel so accomplished, like you did that. It was great.
Oh man, I'm really happy to be at the campground. Nice flat ground, and we've got a great view of the bluffs over here, and I think we'll hike over there to get a little bit more light for dinner tonight.
Again, not planned. It made me a little nervous because I'm a planner, but the payoff was amazing.
Yes, this is our spot for dinner, Sue.
Oh, Steve, I can't wait.
For dinner, we are doing a classic Creole New Orleans dish of jambalaya. It's also a classic backpacker meal that I know a lot of you guys out there enjoy. So for some of our ingredients, we've got some chicken andouille sausage, we've got some celery, green pepper, shallot, we've also got some Old Bay, a little bit of oil, a little bit of vinegar, and some instant rice, plus some tomato paste.
Steve, are those pre-cooked sausage?
Yeah, so these are pre-cooked chicken sausages. They last for a day or two on the trail. And then the celery and the green pepper, they will last for 4, 5, 6 days on the trail with very, very little issue. So we've chopped up our sausage here, and we're gonna go ahead and just add it to the pot. A little bit of oil in our pot. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and get our burner going. And if you're new to these camp stoves, they are meant to cook hot and they are meant to cook fast. Having your mise en place or having your ingredients ready is really, really important, or you might burn your dish. So if you want to go ahead and add that to our pot here, I'm just going to hold on to this. Perfect. So we've got 3 fresh veggies in here: our shallots, our celery, and our green pepper. And we're just sauteing all of that together. And then I'm going to add our tomato paste. Next, we're going to add our Old Bay seasoning, Old Bay all day. And then we are going to go ahead and add our water once we've sauteed all of these ingredients together. Nice. So with your help, it only took a few minutes just to chop up all those ingredients and get those cooking. And when you're looking for this pot to come up to a nice simmer, so once we come up to a simmer, we're going to add our instant rice and give that a nice stir. And then we're going to turn off the burner, put our hat on it, and then let it sit for 10 minutes.
How do you create these recipes? What inspires you to, I'm gonna make jambalaya?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, we have over 300 recipes on the website right now, and the inspiration for recipes come from a lot of different places. Sometimes it's a packaged meal flavor that I want to match and make better, but I've also taken some inspiration from some fine dining restaurants. So I was in Nashville one time and I had this really cool salad with like cured country ham and some apples and a nice little vinaigrette and some walnuts. And I'm like, wow, like I think that we can have that on the trail. Let's see if we can do that. They kind of come from everywhere. It's been sitting for about 10 minutes. I think it's time we check it out. Oh, nice. Nice steam coming off of there. So last thing we're gonna add is a teeny bit of vinegar. So I love adding a little bit of acid, whether that's a little bit of vinegar, a little bit of lemon or lime, to a dish to really make it pop. That looks great. Spork? Yes. Yes. All right, dig in.
Thanks, Steve. Oh my. You gotta be kidding me.
So what are you tasting?
The spice, the chicken.
I taste a whole lot of flavor.
Yeah. Just that little dash of vinegar that you put in there.
A little goes a long way, but it's a really missing component for a lot of dishes that I think is really, really important. What an amazing day today. We started in the city, we hiked across Golden Gate Bridge, we stared at the Pacific Ocean and the wind, and now we're eating dinner in a beautiful meadow as the sun is setting. Couldn't have asked for a better day.
It felt really weird to wake up on a mountaintop. We had these views of still downtown San Francisco from our campsite, which was unreal. And then the fog kind of coming in and out of the backdrop was just something that would never imagine during a sunrise. It was just really cool to see.
We've had our morning coffee. I noticed on the map there is a beach down the way, and I want to cook breakfast at the beach. We're gonna get moving. I do this because I love food, I love sharing. It's been a big component of my life for all of my career. What are we eating, where are we eating, and who are you with? And those 3 things are it for me and why I keep doing this.
Oh my gosh. I smell all those wildflowers.
Wow, look at this beach.
Oh my gosh. Corso, that view.
What I'm seeing is some really great rocks that we could cook on. I love finding rocks and stumps to cook on. It gets me really, really excited. Frankly, I don't know why it gets me extra happy. It's just a rock, but it's so much more fun than just setting up at the picnic table or just setting up right on the beach. It adds another element to enjoying outdoor meals in a different and fun way. For breakfast, we are doing a classic diner dish, biscuits and gravy. Some ingredient callouts for our biscuits and gravy this morning. So we've got some biscuits. I found these biscuits at a bakery in San Francisco. They're pre-made. You can make your own if you like. For our sausage, we have got some plant-based crumbles here. What we're gonna do is make a really great sausage gravy to match with our biscuits here. Let's get cooking. I'm gonna add our meat crumbles, add a little bit of oil, a little bit of salt, a little bit of sage. You might be looking at this and you're saying, Corso, you aren't measuring anything. I often don't measure things on the trail. I don't travel with tablespoons or teaspoons or cups or half cups. If you're ever concerned about a new ingredient or a new recipe, you can add a little bit, give it a taste, and then add some more. It's really, really hard to take away. I'm going a little off recipe here with this mushroom seasoning. You can also use some dried shiitake mushrooms, some dried wild mushrooms in there to elevate it a little bit. And add non-fat milk powder and our little bit of sugar. And add some water. And let's get our burner going. Get this all bubbling up. Yes. Give that a nice little stir. All those flavors starting to come together. And what I'm looking for here is this just to start to bubble up, and we'll simmer it for just a minute or two. Giving it a little taste so far, see how it is. Also check our texture for our sausage. Wow, it's softened up really, really quickly. The thing about any great sausage gravy is that it's thick. I don't want this to be like soup. So I'm gonna add a little bit of our cornstarch or arrowroot powder, give that a stir, and let the heat thicken that up. And the last ingredient I'm gonna add is a little bit of vinegar. Give this a nice stir. I'm just gonna go ahead and crumble our biscuits right in here to finish off our hearty trail breakfast. Give that a final taste with the biscuits in here. We're gonna have a little bit of butter flavor from the biscuits as well. Give me a minute. But this is really good. Hey, Sue, breakfast is ready. Come on over. I think you're gonna like this one.
Oh, I can't wait.
Nice. Well, look at this. We've got biscuits and gravy, enough for both of us, and we are gonna try it out. Here's a fork.
Thank you.
And then I got some garnishes that we're gonna put on and see how that changes the flavor.
So good.
Add a little bit of our fresh fennel that we found yesterday.
Right off the trail.
Right off the trail. And do you like spicy?
Oh, I love spicy.
Good, me too. So I packed some hot sauce packets in our backpack to give a little bit of drizzle, to give a little bit of kick. Now let's taste the difference and see if we like this version more than the classic. What are you tasting?
The spice, the fennel, the freshness. What makes it so creamy?
Yeah, good question. I packed some non-fat milk powder and added that as a base for our gravy.
You don't mind if I finish it, do you?
No, not at all. If there's cold water on the trail, I am all in. Sue has been my dipping buddy before, and she was game again, and we jumped right in the Pacific Ocean.
You always got a double dip. Let's go.
And that definitely woke me up. That was a shock to the system.
That was awesome.
Outdoor Eats is brought to you by Camp Chef. Cook like a pro wherever you go. Brew Trek. Coffee gear for your adventure. And InForAdventure.com. Inspiring, educating, and encouraging outdoor adventure.
Trailgating. Yeah, I said trailgating, not tailgating. I'm a sports fan too. I trailgate for baseball, basketball, football games, but we should be trailgating on the trail. What I do is I stash a cooler or stash the ingredients or even the camp stove in my rig, so at the end of my trip, we have a snack ready for us. So we are here at the trailhead finishing up our trip, and we are gonna cook 2 recipes. Recipe 1, we are gonna make a kale Caesar salad, and we're gonna make bursted tomato goat cheese dip. We're gonna start with our kale Caesar salad, and I'm gonna make our dressing first. So I'm gonna squeeze a couple packets of mayo, and I personally prefer Dijon mustard, but some yellow mustard or some deli mustard can work as well. I'm gonna sprinkle in a little garlic powder, a little bit of salt and black pepper, and a nice fresh squeeze of lemon. You can also add a little bit of oil to kind of thin it out and bulk it up. Just gonna give that a nice stir and let those dry ingredients hydrate and those flavors come together while I chop up my kale and my tomatoes. Just gonna rough chop our kale here. The thing that I love about cooking outdoors is that it doesn't have to be perfect. So I've got my shredded kale, chopped kale in here. Just gonna go ahead and slice up a couple baby tomatoes. That is looking good for today. We're gonna come back to our kale Caesar salad while we take a look at our cast iron skillet over here for our bursted tomato goat cheese dip. First thing we're gonna do is get a little bit of oil in our pan and throw in our baby tomatoes. And then I'm gonna get my burner going. And what we're looking for is these tomatoes to start to burst, to start to pop. And it should just take a few minutes. This is one of the most popular outdoor eats recipes. It's a fan favorite for everybody. That's the thing about dips too, is they're very communal, they're very fun. I dip, you dip, we dip, and they make a whole lot of people happy. We're almost there. I'm gonna start to add my seasoning. So I have a little bit of Italian seasoning or oregano or basil. Got a little bit of garlic powder, a little bit of salt. And I like it a little bit spicy, so I'm throwing in a little bit of chili flake. And once these tomatoes have started to burst, we're gonna add our goat cheese. And if you don't like goat cheese, brie is another great option. And we are looking like we are done. That goat cheese is melted. Find your favorite cracker or crusty bread. Yes. Our bursted tomato goat cheese dip is done, so we're gonna head back over here and check on the kale Caesar. Gonna dress my salad and give it a little bit of a toss. I'm gonna add a little bit of Parmesan cheese on the top. All done cooking up our Trailgate lunch, but let's get Sue in here because I know she's probably hungry after our adventure.
Oh my God, Steve, this looks amazing. What do we have here?
Well, we've got bursted tomato goat cheese dip, and we have a kale Caesar salad.
After the dip in the ocean, I'm ready to dip some more.
Oh yeah.
Hit me. Oh my gosh.
And here, do you want to try the kale Caesar?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
What are you tasting there?
Just the overall crunchiness.
It's great to ask you a question when you have a mouthful of food. Yeah, that's totally my fault. This trip really wasn't that long. It lasted all of a day and a half to 2 days. We were able to check out, see some beautiful new vistas, see some beautiful new views. I love this trip so much. It was so fun to explore a new area, and it was really great to share it with a friend.
I'm so lucky and grateful to be on this adventure. I've known Steve for such a long time, and it's so great to see the combination of his passion for cooking, for outdoor activity, but also sharing it with somebody. That's the cherry on top.
Thanks for coming along for our couch to campsite adventure. And you know, sometimes nature really isn't that far away. You just have to get off the couch to go see it. But get out there, cook something amazing, somewhere awesome. Boca boca. I hope you're enjoying the show so far. If you like this kind of stuff, follow along on the YouTube channel. The episodes are airing on PBS, FanDuel Sports, and Outside TV nationwide, so check your local listings for all of the episodes, but also check out my Substack page. So I'm doing some food writing, talking about how do you like your eggs, some different fun things with sauces and dips, and ranking breakfast pastries, just kind of some fun culinary musings that I'm calling culinary deep thoughts. But if you like this kind of stuff, go ahead and check out the link here. Let's get back to it. We are at Mount Diablo State Park, just outside of Oakland. I was really excited to hear that they had a full state park and full campground here so we could really explore and maybe up for a new challenge in trying to get the sunrise hike. Joining me on this trip are two of my great friends, Sue and John. They don't know each other, they're meeting each other for the first time. I've known Sue for a long time. We have gone on day hikes, we have gone on long haul backpacking trips together, and she is always up for an adventure.
I have never been to Mount Diablo. I'm so happy Steve invited me on this adventure.
John and I met in college. We have been on a lot of different adventures, but the thing about John is he's fit, but he isn't really an outdoorsy person. But he's really curious about this whole outdoorsy thing.
I've lived in Northern California for about 11 years now, and amazingly, Steve had brought me to a spot that I didn't even know existed. I'd never been here before.
Not every trip is perfect. Sometimes you are rolling into camp and it's dark, and for this one, we set up camp in the dark. And all we really wanted to do was figure out how we could roll into our sleeping bag as quick as possible because we knew we had a really early morning rise. The alarm was set for 4 o'clock. Luckily, it was actually quite warm and quite nice. But we packed up our stuff and hit the trail to try to make it to summit for sunrise.
This was my first sunrise hike. I've never gotten up so early before in my life by choice to do something as adventurous and fun.
I have seen 4 o'clock a.m. recently, so it didn't scare me from that standpoint, but the camping out and not having necessarily the best night of sleep, it's a little bit different 4 a.m. feel.
When we finally got to our vista and got to our coffee spot, I think all of our jaws just dropped at how beautiful it was and how the sun was hitting the ridges and how many ridges there actually were.
It's been a complete surprise, just exploring this park, having the opportunity to see the sunrise on top of this mountain. It was an incredible experience.
We made it to the summit. We made it just in time for sunrise. We're all enjoying some nice coffee here on the top, enjoying the beautiful light as it hits these gorgeous rolling hills.
What a hike this morning, and then to get this view with the payoff, just incredible.
I know a lot of you out there take along a summit beer or some sort of summit drink. For brunch, you should have a summit mimosa.
Wow, look at this.
Guys, this is our spot for brunch.
Nice.
What's next, Steve?
We are gonna do dirt bag brunch here, right on the rock. But first, you guys need a summit drink, because you earned it. You got up with me this morning.
Heck yeah.
Good thing I came prepared.
Yes, what do you got?
You had that there the whole time?
We are doing dirt bag mimosas. So the thing about a dirt bag mimosa, so you just take an orange wedge, you wanna crack that open for me, Sue?
Happy to do so.
Nice squeeze,
Wow.
dunk it in there.
That mimosa was a nice surprise from Sue. It's the perfect way to celebrate that achievement of hitting the top of the mountain. Man, cheers, buddy.
One sec, I got to squeeze.
Oh yeah, you need that orange.
There we go. Cheers, guys, we made
What
it.
a morning. There is food coming, right, Corso?
There is food coming. Dirt bag eggs Benedict, that's what we're having today.
Oh man, it's a morning of dirt bag.
It is a morning of dirt bag.
That sounds great. While you prepare brunch, I'm gonna enjoy the views over there.
Nice, all right, we'll see you in a bit. What I've been able to do with this dirt bag eggs Benedict recipe is select some ingredients that are a little bit easy packing, a little bit more mindful of perishability, while still giving us that same eggs Benedict experience. So do you know the term dirt bag?
Well, I'm familiar with you, but other than that, no, you're gonna have to reference that for me for brunch. What does that mean?
Being a dirt bag means that you like getting dirty, you're okay sleeping in your van or sleeping outside for a couple nights, and you're okay with, not having all the creature comforts.
Not afraid to get dirty and just get after it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So we are gonna get going here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my burner going and start to toast up our English muffins, but what will be really helpful is that if you could start to hydrate some of our ingredients.
Oh yeah, sure.
So Hollandaise comes in a packet. It's just like a gravy mix.
Okay, yeah.
And so you go ahead and put that in the bowl.
Sure.
One other thing we're gonna add to our Hollandaise sauce is a little bit of oil. So that's looking good. We can let that chill over there on the rock. So over here, I am putting some oil in our skillet here, and I'm gonna get our burner going so I can start to toast our English muffins. Toasting gives you a little bit of crunch, a little bit of texture, and a whole lot of flavor that if you just pull it out of the package and eat it, sure, it's gonna be fine, but you're missing out on some layers of flavor that only take a few seconds to achieve. This is looking great. It's exactly what I'm looking for.
Oh, look, oh man, that looks awesome.
And once they're done, we can just set them over here in a bowl to reserve.
Steve, I noticed one thing. It doesn't look like you're really following a recipe. How are you doing this, man?
Yeah, so I've made this a few times, so I'm pretty confident in what we are gonna be getting out of here.
Okay.
What I also did is before we left is I went to outdooreats.com and I pulled up the recipe right here.
Oh, so that's how I can do it.
Yep, you've got the nice easy steps, all the ingredients. You can use it as a final checklist as well. And our English muffins are toasted up, so we are looking good to move on to our next step. If you could just cut our lemon in half, and we're gonna give that half a lemon a squeeze right into our hollandaise sauce mix.
Yep, got it. And I think you taught me this one once before where you...
make sure you do it over the hollandaise.
Okay,
right, make sure you do it in the right way.
Great, but this, you do it this way and you catch the seeds. I remember you teaching me that
sure.
one.
And we'll put those seeds in our pack out bag.
Oh, cool, great.
So the thing about smoked salmon that makes it a really great trail ingredient is it's really high in protein, really high in fat. And then the other thing which really makes this a great backpacker ingredient is powdered eggs. We don't have measuring spoons, so we're just gonna eyeball it.
You are good at eyeballing.
Most Eggs Benedict recipes use poached eggs. And sure, you could boil some water, poach some eggs here, but that's gonna take a lot of time. And I'd rather just do scrambled eggs. So add our scrambled egg mixture to our smoked salmon, and this consistency is awesome.
Oh, I nailed it?
They rehydrated really, really well.
All right, perfect.
I want you on my dehydrated egg team for sure.
Yes!
Yes, you made the cut.
Man, oh, it feels so good.
Keep this at a nice medium heat, medium-low heat. The other thing we're not gonna necessarily add right now is salt. Smoked salmon tends to have a good amount of salt. I don't necessarily wanna automatically add salt to our eggs here. We'll taste it a little bit later and see how we're doing. This skillet of eggs is looking great.
Heck yeah.
So now it is time to go to our final step here, which is making our hollandaise sauce. Wanna go ahead and add that for me?
See, in here, I thought we were done with this, but not even close, right?
Scrape that out. And the thing about these powdered mixtures, the gravy packets, the hollandaise packets, is they have some starch in them. And that will activate and get nice and thick, but you do need to get it up to a simmer for that to happen. Wow, look at that.
Yeah.
It's
wow.
thickened up in just a few seconds.
Yeah, nuts.
Give that a try. Wow. Great lemon flavor. Give you a spoon for you can try it too.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, that's gonna be good on those eggs.
So now, for our final step for our brunch, we're gonna clean off a nice flat rock here and really chef it up.
Those look so good already. I can't wait to taste this.
We're gonna put our hollandaise on first.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Drizz that on there. Yeah, I'm really excited for this. Yeah, a little bit of garnish. That looks really, really good.
Absolutely.
And I think we should get Sue back over here so we can enjoy some brunch.
Sue!
Brunch is ready.
Woo!
Say no more. Here.
How are the views over there?
Oh my gosh. What do
Awesome.
we got?
Smoked salmon, eggs Benedict.
Oh my gosh. I did that. That was...
That was you? That brought all
And
the
be careful,
smells?
this can get a little bit crumbly, but thanks for waking up with me.
Hey,
Aw, thanks,
cheers.
Corso.
What do you think, guys?
It is so good, man. I really love the salmon in there, just the whole combination. I would order this at a restaurant and be happy. Like,
It was unexpected to eat something that hearty after a long hike that early in the morning. It was creamy, it had some great textures, and the buttery English muffin on the bottom just elevated it.
My friends are off enjoying the vista right now, and I am finishing up our trio of dirt bag recipes here on the summit of Mount Diablo. The other classic beverage for brunch is Bloody Marys. And I love setting up a Bloody Mary bar at home, so I did a Bloody Mary bar on the trail. I like selecting a couple meats, a couple cheeses. You could even do some pre-cooked bacon, the classic celery sticks, some hot sauce, some seasonings. And I went a little bit different here today, and I've never put a fruit roll-up in a Bloody Mary, but we did it this morning.
Yeah, the Bloody Marys was yet again another surprise. I love the make your own Bloody Mary bar that he had prepared for us. The way he crafted it with a nice piece of nature with the twig, and we were able to put pickles on it or some cheese.
It's the perfect way to celebrate that achievement of hitting the top of the mountain, even though he called it dirtbag. But hey, we'll live with that.
I was really happy that we made it to the summit, that we were able to catch sunrise, and that we were able to have a couple great beverages to complement it. We were able to really relax and enjoy the view, enjoy the space, enjoy each other, and just soak it all in. This area is classic California. We've got the golden sunshine coming in, hitting the green rolling hills. The poppies are popping.
I'm not gonna lie, the hike back into camp was very welcomed. It was great that John and I put up our hammocks right under the canopy of these amazing trees.
Oh my God, I've been looking forward to this for so long now, and I just can't wait to get in this hammock and chill while Corso does a little cooking, and Sue and I can finally just be at peace.
How's it feel? Oh my God. Ask me in the morning.
Mom says you can't have chips for breakfast, but Corso says you can have chips for breakfast. We are making our next brunch recipe here at the campsite, doing a little bit of base camp cooking here, and we are making chilaquiles. Chilaquiles! Fun to say, easy to make. If you've never heard of chilaquiles, it is a classic Hispanic and Mexican breakfast using chips. So think of it like a deconstructed enchilada. So you've got corn tortillas, some salsa, some toppings, maybe throw some eggs or some protein in there, and you've got a great breakfast that's a different option to consider. So we're gonna cook it all up here in our cast iron skillet. I know a lot of you guys out there have a classic 2-burner stove like this for base camp cooking, so that's what we're gonna cook on today. And our ingredients are very simple and just a few. We've got a bag of your favorite corn chips. They can also be old. They could be a little bit stale. They could be a little bit crunched up. That works really well. And we have some salsa. And I love using these salsa packets rather than a jar of salsa. If you're comfortable with taking glass on the trail or comfortable taking glass in your rig, no worries, but I love having these pouches along. It's a little bit more safe. First step we're gonna do is we're gonna crush our chips if they aren't crunched already. So hot chip tip. So most of you guys open the chips from the top. What I suggest for you guys is open it from the bottom. And why open it from the bottom? Gravity. Gravity pulls all the salt or all the Cool Ranch flavor to the bottom of the chips. And so the bottom here is the most flavorful chip in the whole bag. And then the rest of the seasoning has a chance to kind of re-dissipate to the rest of the party in here. I'm just gonna throw those in our skillet. Just gonna smash those up a little bit. And I'm gonna get my burner going. And for this, I'm gonna keep it on a nice medium low heat. I don't wanna torch this thing. I'm gonna go ahead and add our salsa pack here. You can make this spicy, you can make this a little bit sweet, you could add your favorite pepper or favorite salsa in here. And we're gonna wait for that to come up to a nice little simmer and hydrate those dry chips. Starting to smell that salsa coming through. Our chips are hydrating. If you're making this for the first time and your ratio is a little bit off, so maybe you're a little bit dry or you're a little bit wet, you can just add a few more chips to dry it out. So that's what I'm noticing here. It's a little bit wet, and I need a few more chips to be able to soak up that salsa. While we talk about some potential add-ons and potential garnishes. So for this basic recipe, I like to add a few fresh ingredients, a few fresh things. So I'm gonna bring my cutting board over here, and I'm just going to do a quick little chop on some green onions and some cilantro. So I'm gonna go ahead and garnish up with a little bit of cilantro and our green onions. And grab that lime out of my pocket again. Give that a slice. And give that a nice fresh squeeze here in the sunshine. So I'm gonna go ahead and taste this and see how it is now that we add some salsa and we added our lime. Rich, full flavor from that salsa that's nice and warm, but I feel like this needs a little bit more, and I think I need some help to be able to make that happen.
I had never had chilaquiles before, and Chef Corso asked me to help him with rock smashed guacamole, and that was fun to get my hands a little dirty.
Oh, hey, you got out of the hammock? You're coming over to help?
I'm here to help, Steve.
Awesome, thanks. Thanks very much, I appreciate it. For our stone smashed guacamole, we have some avocados, lime, salt, garlic powder, a little bit of oregano. You could add some cumin, or you could add some chili powder, whatever really you like. But the star of the show is a rock, the stone.
The stone.
Yeah,
Every kitchen needs a stone.
Every kitchen needs a stone. So we use that for our pestle today. I just found one on the trail. We washed it off. Really nice to find in a river too, but use that for your pestle. It's kind of fun. You know what my nephew calls this recipe? Rockamole.
Oh,
yeah.
Clever dude.
I know, I like that too.
Meet him.
I'll go ahead and open up the avocados if you want to scoop them out for me.
Happy to scoop.
And then we'll smash them up and add them to our skillet. And open up our oregano there. Just a little pinch. Don't need too much. We only have a couple avocados. And you want a little bit of hot sauce in there?
Oh, please.
Oh, that's perfect.
Oh, yeah?
Do you want Tapatio or Cholula today?
Can we do both?
Sure. You want spicy? Sure, yeah. There you go.
A duo, a medley, a duo.
Duo hot sauce. And then we'll add some fresh things if you want to start to smash. So what I love about using the rock, it really gets some of those flavors in there. So instead of chopping or just stirring with a spoon, that rock is gonna smush that garlic powder, that salt, all those flavors right into the avocado and make it extra, extra good. Go ahead and squeeze a little bit of lime in there. I think we should try it before we add it to our skillet, see if we need any more salt, see if we need any more spice. How'd you do?
The freshness with the lime, and now I'm getting the heat from our duo spice.
That is muy, muy bueno. Bringing over our chilaquiles skillet. Chilaquiles! 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 And let's plop our stone smash guacamole on there. Yes.
Oh, wow.
And let's see how they...
That looks too good to eat, Steve.
No, come on, we're totally eating it. Dig in.
Okay.
Just a bag of chips, a little bit of warm salsa, a couple of avocados smashed with a rock.
Steve's so brilliant where he can take those few ingredients, bring them together, and just make it a whole different meal.
So simple.
So simple, so good. Again, you could make this your own. Add some different protein, some different veggies, make it spicy, add some fajita veggies, whatever you like.
I'm gonna take this back to my hammock.
Nice, go ahead.
Okay.
John was a great help in cooking up Benedict, and kind of bummed that he was sleeping in the hammock and missed out on the chilaquiles. But you know, you snooze, you lose sometimes.
When I woke up, there was luckily just a little bit left that I could dig into, but that nap was glorious.
This area outside of San Francisco, completely unexpected. I didn't expect the lush green landscapes, the rolling hills. It's been a complete surprise.
Yeah, no, this has been such a wonderful little escape, and be able to do this camp out and hike, such a great little refresher. It was perfect.
Thanks for coming along for our day hike brunch adventure. I'll tell you one thing, I could use a nap. Get out there, cook something amazing somewhere awesome. Boca boca. The St. Pete Clearwater area is known as an outdoorsy hotbed. There's a lot of outdoor activities and approachable outdoor activities that are worth exploring. It's so much more than just beaches. What's first on my activity list here is e-biking. Picked up my e-bike in Dunedin at Cafe Racer, and I'm gonna explore the Pinellas Trail. The Pinellas Trail goes all the way north to Tarpon Springs and south over 50 miles to St. Pete. I'm at the Tarpon Springs Farmers Market. This is in the northern part of St. Pete, and what I'm looking for today at the Farmers Market is something to inspire me for a recipe today. Hey there, how you doing?
Pretty good, thank you.
Now, can I grab a couple of these fresh oranges here?
Yes, sir.
I think we'll take 2, and then what kind of bread do we have here?
We have the sourdough, we have the French baguette, and then we have tomato basil.
Tomato basil. Nice, that looks tasty and different. Well, I think I'll take this tomato basil loaf. That looks really good.
Yep.
Smells really good.
Some Honey Bell's oranges.
Honey Bell or Honey Bells?
Honey Bell.
Honey Bell, nice. Well, I think I'll take those 2.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Wonderful day.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, welcome to Frenchie's.
Thanks for having me in. The cases look gorgeous today. I would love something with shrimp.
Okay.
And I know stone crab is fresh down here and something that I don't get very often.
Well, we'd love to give you some fresh stone crabs and some shrimp. Kid West Pinks, I recommend. We come right off the boat.
Nice. Okay. Well, then maybe the Island Time bowl and then add a couple of stone crab claws.
Couple stone crabs, okay?
Great. Thanks, man.
All right, be right up.
Frenchie's was a great surprise. I knew they had a fresh market, but they were loaded. The cases were full. Also really great to meet Mike, the local manager there, and he cooked up a great crab boil and shrimp boil for us with some awesome local seafood. Wow, this looks really, really good. This is special. This is stone crab. You don't get this everywhere. You get a little bit of lemon on there. Yeah, that's where it's at. Classic andouille sausage. Nice smokiness there. Fresh Gulf pink shrimp. It's been a while since I had a shrimp that fresh. Well, I'm already thinking and noodling about how I could potentially take some of these flavors and some of these ingredients that will translate to our meal plan for the rest of the trip. I biked across the causeway and found a really great spot here in Honeymoon Island to whip up a quick recipe. There's over 4 miles of beaches over here, and I think it's a great spot to cook up our recipe. So we've got our tuna packets, a fresh mango, a beautiful Florida tangerine, smoked paprika, and some garlic powder, and some plantain chips. So I'm gonna get all of our ingredients into my prep bowl and mix it up and taste it and see how it is. Make sure you get all that sand off of there. Don't want sand in my tuna. And part of cooking outside is, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just get it in there. Oh, nice and juicy. Oh, beautiful. A couple other ingredients I have in here is a little bit of mayonnaise, mustard, and a little bit of soy sauce. I'm gonna go a little bit light. You can always add more. And then I need to mix it up. And, I'm just gonna use a rock today. And if you've never experienced plantain chips or tostones, you are missing out. I'm gonna give that a quick little taste. I think this is a success. Really quick, easy ingredients. I can't wait for you to try this and experiment with how it could work for just being a standalone or to be part of a larger dish. One thing to remember is to always, always pack it out. Don't leave it here on the beach. Don't leave it here on the bench. Get a pack out bag and pack it out. Really, really important. Misty, I think I got the ingredients here. I'm ready to get out on the water.
Well, I am so excited. It's so great to meet you.
Great to meet you too, Misty.
And I love hosting you here in Pinellas County. You can see the weather is picture perfect today, and I can't wait to take you out to the island.
I am excited to get out there and get out on the water.
We're gonna paddle about 2 miles down the Anclote River west.
Okay.
And there's a beautiful island out there called Anclote Key with the lighthouse, and that's where we're gonna cook dinner and set up camp.
So we're camping on an island tonight?
We are. It's gonna be a blast.
Yes, it sounds so great.
I'm ready, let's go.
Let's go.
We're about to head to an island that you can really only get to by boat or ferry, or kayak, of course.
It's Anclote Key, right?
Yes.
I travel around the country a whole lot, and it's fun to be able to cook different kinds of recipes for different kinds of adventures, but then also put them in different backdrops.
Okay, Chef, we can take a break now.
Oh, good.
Guess what? There's Anclote Key and your lighthouse.
Oh, nice. I almost missed it.
I know. It's really beautiful over there, and I'm hoping that'll be a good place for us to set up camp.
Well, I think we should head over there then, yeah?
Let's go.
Okay. Wow.
It is really pretty up here.
Wow. Well, we got our leg workout in too.
I know.
Misty, we made it.
I know, I'm so glad.
It's been a little bit of a long day, but thank you for bringing me to this special spot. Do you know what we're making? Have I told you yet?
Well, I saw one bag that looks like Fruity Pebbles, but I'm guessing that's probably not what's in it.
We will get to the not Fruity Pebbles in a second, but we are making a Creole pasta. So ingredients, we have curly pasta,
Okay,
classic. We've got some andouille sausage, and we have some French's fried onions, fresh bell pepper, and the Fruity Pebbles that you were mentioning. These are actually dried shrimp.
Okay, awesome.
So-
I don't think I've ever had that before.
And then other ingredients we have is Old Bay, and then we have some tomato paste too. So we'll
great.
add that in right at the end. Yeah, so why don't
Good.
you go ahead and slice those up?
Okay, great. I like being the sous chef. I don't want to be in charge, but I can definitely take direction. If I was the head of this camping trip, we'd be having sandwiches. So I really like this.
Sandwiches are good, but there's other options out there. So when you're done chopping those, go ahead and throw those right in the pot. So I'm also gonna give you a pepper.
Okay, great.
So while you're doing that, I'm gonna get the rest of our ingredients in our pot. Some pasta, some water, some French's fried onions, those dried shrimp. So you mentioned you never had dried shrimp before.
That's correct.
Would you like to try a
I
dried
would.
shrimp
Okay.
by itself?
I'll see if it tastes like Fruity Pebbles. Pretty good.
Yeah, and these ones have a little bit of seasoning on them already. Mm-hmm. But I love having these in the pantry for those times where you do want some seafood flavor, but don't want to pack fresh seafood or can't pack fresh seafood.
Right.
I just put all the ingredients in the pot and get it up to a boil and simmer. So again, all the ingredients except our tomato paste is in the pot right now. So we're just getting up to a boil, giving this a stir so it doesn't stick to the bottom. This has been boiling for, I don't know, what, 5-10 minutes?
Yeah, it hasn't been that long, honestly.
So our pasta, one pot pasta dish is all done. And actually, it's not, I forgot to add the tomato paste. So adding a couple tablespoons of tomato paste and just giving it a quick stir. Actually, if you could help me, I'm gonna give you the spoon here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna pull this over and then you can,
And just kind of
Yep.
do like that.
yep.
Okay.
Oh, that looks super good.
So good. I can't believe we're eating this on the beach tonight. This is incredible. Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers to a great day on the water. How's that taste?
Really good.
Yeah?
Really good. Well, I have a good idea.
Yeah.
It's going to be a beautiful sunset tonight on Anclo. Why don't we head out to the beach and finish our dinner there?
I think that's a great idea. Let's do it. We're here in the Grand Central neighborhood of St. Pete. It's a beautiful day, and I'm gonna meet up with a local chef from Wild Child, Chef Rob, and we are gonna go on a urban adventure here today.
What's going on, Steve?
Good to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks for having me in. Tell us about Wild Child. How long has it been here?
Wild Child has been here for a little over 3 years. We're in the Grand Central District of St. Pete. We have a lot of seasonal driven new American food, so we like to pull from Southeast Asia and a lot of Latin influence as well too. So there's really no rules. We're just kind of like to cook food that we like to eat, and same thing with the cocktails as well.
Nice. Well, I'm really excited about sharing this experience with you today. It's always more fun to cook and explore with a buddy. We're gonna collaborate on a recipe together. You've got an idea about what we could make. I've got some ideas in my head, and we're gonna put them together at a local park and have a really nice meal.
Sounds excellent. I'm excited. Can't
All
wait.
right, let's do it. Rob and I just walked down the street just a couple blocks away from Wild Child, and we are gonna hit up Brick Street Farms. We are gonna meet the local farmer here, Bryant, and she's gonna show us around. This doesn't look like a normal farm.
You are correct. So we are here on our urban hydroponic farm. We farm more than 66 acres worth of crops every month, just on this 1/3 of an acre property. Very easy access to every restaurant we serve, the local community, and that's why we want to be here in the heart of the city.
Hopefully we can pick up something for our lunch this afternoon.
Heck yes, we're just gonna suit it up. We'll go into the farms and we can harvest what you guys need for today.
Sounds great.
Let's do it.
So these are all shipping containers. Each one of our farms is a 40-foot shipping container.
Whoa.
I know, it's almost like a casino. The oxygen, the air,
Wow.
lights, no money.
I don't know if you guys are experiencing this, but the smell in here, it smells like green. It smells like vegetables.
So this is what we call our mixed farm heads. It offers a really great texture, color, flavor, different things for a chef, and then also for the home shopper as well, different nutritional values. We can definitely get to harvesting. I obviously think the red oak leaf is probably on your harvest list, just seeing your eyes light up on that one. So I'm gonna grab some gloves for you guys. I've got some shears as well. We're gonna put the masks on just as we are touching the plants and a little bit closer, and we can harvest what you like. Perfect, so next we are gonna go on farm 17. Come on in, it is one of our microgreen farms. pack up your harvest.
It's beautiful. Gorgeous color on that chard. Pea tendrils in there and a mixed bag of lettuce. Love it. Thank you so much for showing us around the farm here today. Like, I learned a lot.
We're very proud of it. So thank you so much for taking the time to come out here and learn about everything. And I can't wait to see what you guys come up with.
Yeah, me too. Well, Rob, I think it's time we cook some lunch. What do you think?
Let's do it.
All right, well, we are in Vinoy Park, and we are gonna be making a Vietnamese pancake, Vietnamese omelet here today. Thought it'd be a really great recipe to be able to showcase as a filling for the great greens we got from Brick Street Farms here today. Quick ingredients, we've got a little bit of salt, a little bit of sesame oil, fresh eggs, a regular can of shrimp, rice flour or regular flour to thicken up our pancake, and then we have our beautiful lettuces and our microgreens that we can throw on the top. I had a chef request for you, create a tasty sauce that could go on our lettuce wrap. So what'd you come up with?
So I brought along a passion fruit nak cham.
Nak cham.
Yep.
Nice. Wow, looks really nice in the sun here. What goes into this sauce?
So it's super simple. Fish sauce, lime juice, a little sambal chili paste, sugar to balance it out, and then to add that extra little pop, we added the passion fruit.
Nice, I love it. So what if you start cracking our eggs in our bowl over there?
Absolutely.
And I am gonna start getting our pan nice and hot, and so I'm just gonna throw some sesame oil in here. So I'm trying to get this nice and hot so we can get a nice crispiness on our shrimp and hopefully a nice crispiness on our pancake. Think we're good?
Yeah. Ready?
Hit it.
Good shot.
Nice. And for this specific pan, I'm gonna make sure I'm getting some even heat around the whole thing, making sure we're not completely scorching it, hopefully getting one nice layer. But you know, if it doesn't work out, just make scrambled eggs. It's gonna be fine.
The flavor is gonna be there. It's be a beautiful lettuce to hold it all together.
Yep.
An amazing passion fruit nak cham.
Yeah. That cooked up in real time here in like a minute.
Very cool.
Or something like that. So if you want to grab a lettuce cup there for me.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gorgeous. And maybe throw a couple microgreens on
Absolutely.
top. And then we'll just kind of land them here. That looks pretty darn good. I'm really excited to taste these microgreens on top and those pea shoots. We'll drizzle all your sauce on there. Well, man, lunch in just a few minutes.
Cheers.
Cheers, man.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
So good.
The spicy radish and the mustard, that freshness from the pea tendrils, those are awesome.
Well, Rob, thanks so much for joining me today. It was great to see your restaurant. It was great to go on the tour with you, and thanks so much for cooking with me today.
Thank you so much. That was my pleasure. It was awesome. I had a great time.
Yeah, me too. Waiting for Captain Chris to show up for an afternoon catch and cook. Thought it'd be a nice time just to take a little break, have an afternoon cup of coffee. And I love having an outdoorsy French press. Not gonna worry about glass breaking. And I love having a good, tasty cup of coffee just about anywhere. And like right here, this is a really great spot to hang out for a few minutes. Hey, Captain Chris.
Hey, how are you? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Well, what are we gonna fish for today?
We're gonna fish sheephead.
I have never ever heard of that fish. Again, I'm super curious to see it, and yeah, let's get out there. Captain Chris, how far are we going out there today?
We're going about a mile, and we're gonna be fishing around Weeden Island. It's middle Tampa Bay, just north of downtown St. Pete. So we're fishing medium tackle, 15-pound braid, 20-pound fluorocarbon, and a little hook. Fiddler crabs for bait. The males have a big pincher, so you'll see some of them have a large claw. So basically you just turn this crab over.
Okay.
You put the hook here.
Okay.
You hold him like that, and then you push it through with your thumb so you don't shatter him because he's kind of brittle. Finished product, he just
there you go.
Sort of looks like
ready
this.
to go. Awesome. Right in the water.
You're gonna watch for your line on the water, and you'll see it start to move off. If one eats it, you'll see your line just go straight, and then you just set the hook, start winding.
Set the hook and start winding.
Yep.
All right.
Hit him, hit him, hit him, hit him. Wind, set the hook, set the hook.
Oh, yep.
That's a little one.
We got something.
That's a little
wow,
one.
look at that fish.
See, I was talking about these fins that'll spike you.
Yeah, those are spiny. Well, we got something.
Yep. We're gonna get a bigger one now.
Yeah, for sure.
We're gonna let him go.
We're having some success. We're definitely catching some fish, but they need to be at least 12 inches. We don't want to keep the small ones. Wind is making it a little bit of a challenge, but we're working through it. We're having a good time.
Hold on, he's coming.
Oh, I'm getting, oh, look at it.
1, 2, 3.
That is nice. Nice, that looks great.
Dude, that was a big one there.
Wow. Well, it looks like we can eat today.
Yeah, we can eat. I'm gonna let you get one. You gotta catch a big one now. Set the hook. Wine, got a wine, got a wine. 1, 2, 3, we're just gonna lift him up here.
Yeah, there we go. Nice. It's another beautiful one.
That was awesome, man. It's an awesome hook set that time.
Oh, look at that guy. Nice. Step 1 to catch and cook, catch it. Step 2, you've got to fillet it. You're the local pro. Why don't you show me the way?
Alrighty. So you're gonna start behind the head here.
Okay.
Make a cut and bring that down this way. And we'll come to the top of his back.
Back down the spine, okay.
And bring it all the way down
Just
the spine.
being really mindful of those spikes.
Really mindful of the spikes, correct. Then you lift the fillet back and you're just gonna run right down his bones in there. Come in here and you'll hit this rib cage I was talking about.
Yep.
You can hear it there. And you'll bring it right over the top of that. Angling down at the bottom of that.
Yeah, it's a very pronounced rib cage on this one.
Yes, very. We can take that off like that. So now we're gonna take the skin off, pull it off the skin now. The skin's gone.
Clean work, nice job.
And now he has like some little pin bones in his bloodline here. You can feel those?
Yep, feel those.
So we'll do a V on either side of that. And it gets rid of a bit of that blood that's in the bloodline too. And there are the bones. And now the fish is ready to eat, no bones.
It's fantastic.
Looks beautiful too.
Looks great. Well, we've got our fillets now, and I think we need to set up for our meal.
Awesome.
Let's do it. So what we're making is a really, really quick pan-seared fish dish. So we've got our cast iron skillet, our olive bar ingredients. And do you like sides with your fish?
Yeah.
So what I have for us today is a little bit of couscous. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get a cast iron skillet on our burner and boil up some water for our couscous. So it can be hydrating while we are cooking our fish. Throw a little bit of Italian seasoning and just a pinch of salt in there.
Nice.
I think we're at about our temperature. Gonna add our water to our couscous mixture over here. I'm gonna give that a quick little stir and put the lid on it, and we'll come back. We'll be ready by the time our fish is done. So I've got my skillet back on our burner, getting nice and hot. Throw a little bit of olive oil. Get that nice coating on our pan. It is time for our sheephead fillets. You grab those for us?
I can grab them.
Nice. Good. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Hit it with a little bit of salt. So I'm just gonna give it a nice flip. Nothing fancy here. And then I'm gonna add a mixture of my artichoke hearts, a couple olives, sun-dried tomatoes, roasted red peppers, really good colors in here. And we're just looking for those ingredients to kind of heat up and kind of break down into a little bit of a sauce. And then we'll be ready to go. I think also this needs a little bit more moisture, so I'm gonna hit it with a little bit of local beer. Could also do some wine if you like, or just some water, just a little bit in there. And right at the end, we'll hit it with a little bit of lemon. So just a few more minutes and we will be ready for our meal.
Awesome.
Check in on our couscous. Gonna turn off our burner. All right, so you wanna hold your bowl right here. Oh wow, that is looking really good.
Yeah, it's really good.
All right, well, let's dig in. Cheers.
Cheers.
That fish is really good.
That fish is awesome.
How's the sauce on top for you?
It came out awesome.
Is that something you could do on your boat?
Oh yeah, I could do that. You made it look easy.
It is easy.
It is. First time I've ate right here. I lived right here 44 years, never ate right here, but I'm gonna bring my wife and definitely try this again.
I'm really glad that I can bring you to a new spot in your backyard, and I really appreciate you sharing your knowledge about the fish and area and sharing a great meal together.
You shared how to cook up on a beach with me, so
that's what it's all about.
I did the fishing part, and you showed me how to cook it up on a beach, so it's amazing.
That's what it's all about. I had some great new adventures on this trip, and what I appreciate the most is that I had 4 wonderful guides with deep roots in the St. Pete area who generously shared their backyard with me. I love that we could share a great meal and celebrate it all. I love a good old-fashioned road trip. Thomas is one of my great buddies from culinary school. He is an excellent chef, and we are very, very similar in our cooking styles.
So going on a road trip with a good friend is a great way to get away and break up the monotony of normal everyday life. It's great to hear about all of his activities and travels.
When two chefs get in one van, well, we talk about food because that's what we love. I know there's been a lot of chefs out there that have been championing using caviar a whole lot, or foie gras, or those kind of fancy ingredients. For me, it's been pretty simple. I've been really enjoying toast and toasted tortillas and really celebrating bread.
I've been seeing these boneless wings pop up everywhere.
Thank you.
I cannot stand it. These are just dressed up chicken tenders and contain no wing meat.
It is not a wing, and I thank you for bringing this up because it's been on my mind for years now. And yeah, they are just fancy chicken nuggets. Let's just call them what they are.
We just stopped and got some of that buttermilk out of there, and it looks like we are good to go on that butter. Look at that. Give that a little try.
Wow. That is soft and creamy. That is butter, man.
That is nice.
That is delicious. Huh. Corpus Christi is completely new to me. I've been to Texas multiple times, but never been this far south. So I'm really curious and excited to see what the food scene is all about, what the fishing is all about, and to really dig in and explore this area that I've never been before.
Corpus Christi is an iconic city along the Gulf Coast. There's a lot to do here. Great culinary scene that's really starting to find its own. It's one of the bigger cities that you'll find in South Texas, so there's a lot more to do, especially outdoors.
One of the things that I like to do when I'm traveling is find local botanical gardens, especially during different seasons when different things may be in bloom, maybe some fall colors are happening, and Corpus has a really nice botanical garden, kind of fun to see. I travel around the country a lot, and so I love trying new restaurants and really digging into the local area to really get the local feel of it. Hey, Francesco! Chef Francesco welcomed us to Corpus Christi with a great meal and a great farmer's market menu that only comes out once a week. Well, Chef Francesco, this looks and smells fantastic.
Thank you.
So tell us what's on the menu tonight.
We have tonight fettuccine with black garlic and shrimp. We have a red fish with salmorillo, kind of a pesto that we made with lemon, garlic, and chive, roasted sweet potatoes, and local greens.
Fantastic.
Buon appetito, buon appetito. I'm always working with my family business, the trattoria that we had in Sicily, where Bellino is my mother's maiden name. I started cooking carbonara when I was eight years old.
Francesco, so I heard that you not only have Bellino here, but you have maybe another place?
Yes, next door, a few doors down, I have a whiskey library. It's called Noesis Whiskey Library.
Interesting. Thomas, are you interested in that?
Very much so.
Okay. While we're here in the Corpus Christi area, we were given a tip to try something at night. We are going glow-in-the-dark kayaking. I've never heard of this before. I've never even seen this before. It's going to be really, really fun to paddle around the bay tonight.
There's a drop off right there.
No light. Ooh, white light. Oh, where's the party mode? Party mode. We're in the bay, in the main part of Corpus Christi, and this is a very, very unique experience that I've never done before. We've got a clear bottom boat, so we might be able to see something down here as we're exploring this bay at night. Even got some live music over here at the local seafood restaurant. Setting the mood, it's pretty nice. Hope Thomas is doing all right over there.
Hey, Steve!
How you doing, Thomas?
Just living the dream.
For this trip, we are going on a full camper van experience. We got a couple beds in the back, a whole bunch of room for storage, a couple refrigerators, plus some other storage for our groceries and our food. So this is a pretty special experience down here in Corpus Christi that you can camp right on the beach. And we found a great spot in Mustang Island State Park, pulled right in and started getting ready to prep for dinner. Thomas and I have very similar approaches in the kitchen. Nothing super gourmet, nothing super fancy, just tasty, good stuff. And he is an expert in meat, sausage, and cooking up that stuff over the grill. I am just really excited to be able to cook with him again.
All right, we're getting this fire going, get it the right temp, let it burn down a little bit. We're gonna get some certified Angus bone-in ribeyes and some smoked jalapeno cheese sausage grilled up tonight to make some Texas tacos with some homemade salsa here on the beach in Corpus.
We've been using sticks and rocks for prepping our food for centuries, and I think we need to get back to that. So get a nice stick to be able to smush up all those ingredients and get them really nice and tasty. Get that widget all tight. Maybe just keep it here for now until that fire burns down. And so for our Texas tacos, it wouldn't be Texas if we don't have tacos. We're keeping it really, really simple. So we're using your delicious ribeye steak that you brought down. We've got jalapeno cheddar sausage. And quick, do you say jalapeno or do you say jalapeno?
Jalapeno.
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 All right, I like that better than what I said. And we're gonna toast that up and put those into our flour tortillas tonight. And then also what I have too is some of these little packable peppers. Bell peppers, really great color, and some green onions we'll throw on the grill and snack on those also. So why don't you season that ribeye up and get that on the grill? And suggestion for all you guys out there too is that get the thing on the grill that takes the longest, because you don't want to be waiting for your big fat thing or the thing that takes the longest to cook. That steak is sizzling up nice. Let's get those veggies on.
All right.
And I love these packable bell peppers because there's no chopping. You just throw them right on the grill. You can snack on them after, you can turn them into fajita veggies, whatever you want. I love the color too. And if you are not grilling your green onions, you need to grill your green onions. They are so, so good. I had these on a recent trip to Oaxaca down in Mexico, and what they do is just grill them over the fire like this and then just snack on them. This grill is looking super, super colorful and really, really delicious.
You really want to cook over high heat so you get some of that reaction with the proteins. What you're looking for is what's called a Maillard reaction. It's the nice browning or caramelization for the meat.
Oh yeah, thank you. Takes me right back to Oaxaca. So if you could give me one tomato, yeah, get that skin in there, a couple tomatillos and that jalapeno, please. Just all in there. We'll see if I can smash it all up. Thank you very much. And if you could also give me a nice pinch of salt in there. Nice. And if you could also hand me my fancy proper smashing stick.
There you go.
Yes. And a little bit of cilantro, maybe just like a quarter to a half a cup.
Tex-Mex cuisine is a combination of traditional Mexican flavors with more of an Americanized palate. A lot of what we're seeing now, though, in newer Tex-Mex restaurants is more focusing on fresh food, which is great.
Wow. Cheers. Cheers, man. These look great. I love the combination of the grilled ribeye with the smoky and cheesy sausage, and then topping it off with fresh salsa made right here at camp with a stick. Super, super delicious. The food scene here in Corpus Christi is definitely focused on the water and focused on seafood. Hey, Brad.
Chef, nice to have you here.
Great to meet you. Thanks.
My name is Brad Lomax, and I am the founder of Water Street Restaurants, which was a long time ago, guys. It's now run by my sons. And then I am also an oyster farmer.
And what are we gonna do today?
I want you to see the farm. I want you to see the floating cages and how we raise these babies in their natural environment. Welcome aboard.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir. So this is about somewhere around 1 million oysters. We stocked 1 million oysters.
Just 1 million oysters.
Just 1 million.
I've been on a lot of farms growing carrots, potatoes. Never seen a farm like this. To see them in their natural habitat is pretty awesome. So Brad, what are we seeing here?
This is our current crop, Chef. And so these oysters were 6 millimeter 8 months ago, and they're starting to reach market size. So these oysters will probably be in restaurants by the end of May.
So I think I've got to have an obligatory random question here for you.
Yes, sir.
Are there pearls in these oysters?
There are no pearls in these oysters. That's a pearl oyster is a totally different species.
Here we go, my first Copano Bay oyster. Doesn't have too much of a smell, doesn't smell like the sea. Wow. Could really, really taste the salinity of this bay. Soft texture, but really, really clean on the finish. Yeah, super, super tasty. Brad shared a bunch of his knowledge on the farm, and I was really happy that I could reciprocate with cooking a meal up together. So Brad, I've got a little bit of a confession for you.
Okay.
Raw oysters are not my #1 favorite. Is it okay if I cook you some?
Let's do it. That's the part I'm looking forward to.
Okay. What I think would like to make today is a oysters Navidad. Oysters Christmas style.
Right.
And we're not using Hatch chilies here today. We're doing a little bit more of the Tex-Mex theme. And so what I've got is some tomatillos and classic red salsa. I pre-shucked about a dozen oysters, and then me and my buddy Thomas on the way down made some road trip butter.
Look at that.
We're gonna get all that in a skillet, get that all nice and sizzling and bubbling up, and then squeeze a little bit of lime on top, and then do a quick little dunk with some corn tostadas. I think oftentimes people don't taste all of their ingredients before they throw them into the skillet or into the pot. But I think tasting those raw oysters and knowing how salty they are is really, really important, because I'm thinking we don't need to add any salt to this dish. I'm gonna get a little bit of our red salsa in there, get that warmed up. Oh, yes. And Brad, why don't you grab that bowl of oysters for me?
I will
and
do that.
Add all those to the pot.
Okay. Just pour them in like
this? Yep, pour them in like that.
And these are the ones you pulled out of the water.
Yes, sir. It's the ones you grew.
I grew them. I remember when they were babies.
And this should be pretty quick. You know, we don't want to overcook those oysters.
Right.
But we want to heat them up, let the protein seize up just a little bit. Get our flavors all around. Give this a quick little taste, see how we're doing. Flavors are coming together great. Maybe add a little bit more butter, because why not?
That's right. Never too much butter.
Get a little creamier.
Tastes like home.
Here?
Yeah, it does. Tastes just like home.
Well, thank you for sharing your farm with me and your oysters with me. I love meeting new people, cooking up great meals, and then sharing the experience together.
It will always be oysters a la Chef Steve.
Cheers. The journey of our oysters went from the bay to my mouth to cooking up with him, and then just 30 minutes away to Water Street Oyster Bar, where we were able to taste some more fresh oysters and really have the whole farm to table experience.
Salud.
Salud. Corpus Christi is the birdiest city in America, and I am going to meet up with the local birder here, Liam, and he is going to teach me all about the local birds of the area here in Corpus Christi.
So this sanctuary preserves the largest intact swath of oaks here on Padre Island, and that provides habitat for migratory birds and for resident birds. Because the birds are coming off from the Gulf of Mexico, they fly from the Yucatan Peninsula, and this is the first bit of land that they find. And the oak moths are providing them with shelter from the elements and also providing them with food.
Liam, are there some pro tip techniques to be a successful birder?
Oh, for sure. We birders do some things like pishing and twitching to successfully find birds.
Okay.
Pishing is just a way to attract birds in the area to you. So let's say there's a bird here,
okay,
and I can see it, you know, I'll stop.
Yep.
I'll cup my hands over my mouth and I'll just make exactly.
For our birding adventure, I thought it was appropriate that we would make eggs in a kale nest. So we're gonna build up a nest in our cast iron skillet. So I've got some kale, and I've got some small little red peppers.
Nice.
You can also do some red onion, green onion. So what I'm gonna do is just chop up our veggies and get them in our skillet with a little bit of road trip butter. I've got our butter and kale and peppers in our skillet, adding a little bit of salt and also a little bit of garlic powder.
Stuff is great.
Add a little bit of spice if you like. Something that can help our kale wilt a little bit is just a little bit of water. Well, I think it is just about done. Let's check it out.
That smells really good. Seasoned perfectly.
Thank you. Liam, I really appreciate you teaching and sharing about what you really love, which is birding. And I learned a lot, and I'm definitely gonna have a couple eyeballs out for not just the plants and the wildflowers and the moose and the squirrels, but also looking up a little bit more and looking for some birds. I am not a fisherman. I fished a couple times. I'm always excited to get out of the water and learn how to do it a little bit better than I did the time before. And in this area, you can do an actual catch and cook experience. Met up with Captain Jesse this morning. We are in Baffin Bay, just outside of Corpus Christi. He was really helpful in finding the right spots in the right location for the fish that we were looking for.
Today we're going to try and target some black drum, some speckled trout, and if we're lucky enough to catch a few, we're going to bring some back, get them filleted, and cook them up. All right, there it is.
All right.
Of course, we just got a nice speckled trout, about 19 and a half, 20 inches, and this is going to be the start of lunch.
We got a fish, yes. Oh yeah, we're getting it.
Hold it right there.
Oh yeah, nice.
That black drum right there.
Sweet.
That's a good sized drum, good eater. Good job.
Thomas has a lot of experience fishing in this area, but it turned out that I actually caught 3 fish and he caught none. Hey Thomas, this is what they look like. I caught another one.
So a lot of times when you're out on the water, it seems like there's a good dose of beginner's luck that happens.
One of the really cool parts about this area is that they will literally fillet your fish for you and then take it over to Stoopy's and then cook your lunch for you. And I'm a chef, Thomas is a chef, and we love cooking. Sometimes it's really nice to have someone else cook for us. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
That looks good.
This is my fish. Where's your fish?
Guess I'm gonna need a menu.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy to share with you. We got them both blackened. They look awesome. Also comes with all of these sides. Let's dig into this. I think we've got the trout in the smaller pieces, and you've got the drum there.
The drum.
You cannot ask for a tastier, fresher fish experience. Thanks for coming along for our Texas road trip down to Corpus Christi. Get out there, see someplace new, go on a road trip, and cook up something tasty. Boca boca. To start my Smokies adventure, I am in Bryson City, North Carolina. And for the meal plan for this adventure, we are focusing on 3 classic backpacker ingredients. We have instant mashed potatoes, ramen, and tuna packets. I've got some great recipes and ways to be able to elevate them with very little pack weight and very little pack volume. And they are going to be super, super tasty and really, really complement my trip. At the beginning of my trip in Bryson City at BC Outdoors, was able to get some local information from a great guide and a great shopkeeper, Kevin, and Liz there at the bar. And it was really, really great local information to know about some safety tips and some trail tips in order to keep my solo trip safe since I'm not from this area. Kevin, this place is awesome.
Welcome.
Thanks so much.
Can I get you a beer?
I have not been in very many outdoor shops where you can also drink a beer.
Surprising, I know.
Well, I think it's a combo that should happen more often. And cheers.
Cheers.
Great to meet you guys, and thank you. So I'm going on a solo adventure here in the Smokies, and I am a little concerned about bears in this area.
Well, I always tell people if you do see a bear, consider yourself lucky because it's a wonderful sighting. It's a cool experience. 99% of the time, if you see a bear, it's often that they're running away from you. So you really don't have to worry about bears, but their presence is something you certainly want to be aware of, and you want to know how you can have a safe interaction if you do stumble upon a bear in the backcountry. If you see them and they don't necessarily see you and you can tell that they're moving off into the distance, you can just let them be on their way. If they do see you or if they're coming towards you, you can, in a calm, non-aggressive manner, just let them be aware of your presence. I'll usually just yell out, "Hey bear," and or talk to myself or whistle or sing or whatnot if I know I'm in bear territory.
Yeah, make up a couple big claps to get them out of the way.
Something unnatural that will perk up their ears a bit.
Gotcha. Outdoor Eats recipes aren't necessarily fancy or gourmet, and they aren't that expensive. The thing about it too, when you're traveling around in these smaller towns, is sometimes the Dollar General or the dollar store is your only option for shopping, and that's completely okay. There are a lot of really, really good ingredients that you can shop for in order to make some really, really good camp meals without breaking the bank. I have heard there are some great waterfalls in this area, and it is time to start our adventure. So let's get on the road. The first stop on my Smokies adventures is hitting up one of the local waterfalls, and I'm looking forward to finding a really nice spot to cook by Mingo Falls. Whoa! Wow, that is way bigger than I was expecting. It is gorgeous. I was really surprised that it was that big and that powerful. I'm all set up here to cook my truck stop or my dollar store recipe. So what we're making is a chicken Dorito enchilada bowl. So what we have for our ingredients is Doritos. For flavors, you can choose any one you want. For our other ingredients, we have a chicken packet, and we have multiple ways you can spice this up. So you could really choose your own adventure. You can go chili powder, hot sauce packets, a little bit of garlic powder. You can also add some cheese to bulk up calories and also make this your own. And what I am using here today is beer. If you don't want to use beer, that's okay. Throw in some water. And first thing is I just want to make sure Doritos are still good because I haven't had one in a long time. Yep, Doritos are still good. Shocking. This recipe is really, really easy. You get your liquids in there, your crush up, your chips, get my chicken in the pot, and I'm gonna go for combinations of seasonings here today. So I'm gonna go with a little bit of chili powder, a little bit of garlic powder, put our lid on, and get our burner going. Yes. And the one thing I'm not adding right now is salt. And the reason for that is Doritos tend to have a lot of salt. So I think a lot of times in recipes, we knee-jerk reaction to just sprinkle. But I think for this recipe, we're gonna be just fine with the amount of salt that's already in our snacks. There's one thing that you're gonna need to add to this to make it amazing, and that's some sort of acidity. Acidity is really, really important to dishes inside and outside to just highlight the flavor that's going on. And the options that you can consider is packing a lime, or you can pack some tahini. And tahini is a great Mexican spice blend that has some chili powder, some garlic, and some other seasonings, plus citric acid. So that little bit of acidity will really complement those flavors and bring this whole dish together. Come on. This recipe is perfect for those kind of longer haul trips. Higher calorie, good protein, good flavor, not a lot of pack weight, and it's also really easy to share. This is absolutely one way to make a new trail buddy. Remember the days before GPS where you had to print out your directions and actually read them and follow them? Well, that's my kind of current situation right now, looking for my secret campsite tonight. So let's see what we've got. Set your odometer here because the GPS will not work from here. Turn left on Buffalo Valley Road, and then turn right on this, slight right on that. Look for the big rock and the stump and the church. Let's see if I can find this thing. My first campsite is a little bit off the beaten path, and when I got there, it was beautiful and a total score of a campsite. It's places like this that really allow me to calm down, to be quiet, and let my cares wash away with the rapids. Why I love solo trips so much is that I'm on my schedule. If I want to sit here by this river and stare at it for 20 minutes, that's what I get to do. I get to sleep as long as I want. I can enjoy, have a nice leisurely morning coffee or a nice meal. But this is pretty great. Since we are in bear country, it is really, really important to secure our food because bears love snacks just like I do and just like you do, and we need to find a way to secure it appropriately so we are safe and they aren't coming around and sniffing around our camp. So there's a couple options you can do. You can do a bear can with a locking lid here. You can do a bear bag, which helps with critters and also keeping the smell out as well. You can also hang your food in some stuff sacks or some other bags. And over the last few years, a lot of areas have been installing bear cabinets or big bear vaults. So those are also noted on a lot of campsite details as well, so check that out. When it is time to cook in bear country, it is really important to not cook right next to where you're sleeping. It's really important to find a spot to cook that is multiple feet away from your tent site. So if a bear does come through your campsite at night and he's sniffing around, he's not sniffing right next to your head, he's sniffing multiple feet away. The meal for tonight is ramen, and what we're doing tonight is elevating it. The first step to elevating the ramen, throw away that packet. You don't want it. And actually, I need to grab it. We need to put that in our pack out bag. I don't want to leave that for the squirrels. And this doesn't take too much time to get up to a simmer. So getting my noodles in my pot. And what I have in here is a flavor bomb and a flavor bottle. So I have a little bit of sesame oil, a little bit of soy sauce, a little bit of rice vinegar, and some sriracha. If you don't like spicy, that's okay. Don't put the sriracha in there. This is a 2-ounce bottle, and I like adding it now so those noodles can really start to soak up that flavor. Once they come up to a boil, go ahead and turn that burner down to a nice simmer. And I don't know about you, there is something about, ooh yeah, be careful, because it will boil over very, very quickly. And that's okay, it happens. And while our noodles are finishing up, I'm just going to quickly slice up my fresh veggies. There's a few bell peppers, a few green onions, and some snap peas. And something that's really lacking from a lot of packaged meals is freshness, texture, and those micronutrients that you're gonna get from your fresh veggies. This is smelling really, really good. You know, if you don't wanna pack this flavor bottle, what you can do too is pack along some soy sauce packets. I know all of you out there have a drawer full of soy sauce, hoisin, sriracha, all those packets that you don't know what to do with. Pack those up, put those in an old toiletry bag, and pack these out on the trail. Oh yes, warm, flavorful broth, then garnishing it up with my fresh veggies here. And the other thing that I like to add too is some wasabi peas. This is a really great, actually, vegetarian option to consider, but make this your own and really, really find your way to elevate your ramen in however you like. I love a good s'more. It is such a great, classic American flavor. What I packed for this trip, just to change it up a little bit, is going a little bit rogue with my s'more build. And so I switched out my graham crackers for Stroop waffles. They've got kind of a waffle cookie with some caramel and some vanilla in there, kind of sandwiched. And then instead of just a classic chocolate bar, I have one of these really easy packing chocolate nut butter packets. And then we are going Big Daddy Mallow to fit into our Stroop waffle. And I think it's really important to let these Stroop waffles warm up a little bit to really activate their flavor. So I found a nice rock here that's got some nice heat. You could also roast them right over the fire too to get a little bit of the smokiness, but I think that's gonna be great. Oh, that is getting ooey gooey. That is a ooey gooey elevated s'more. Oh my gosh. Yes. This is an amazing end to a great day in the Smokies. Here's some bear can do's and don'ts. Do close and lock your can when you're not using it. Don't leave it around camp with the lid off. Do store it away from where you're sleeping. Don't store it close to where you're sleeping. I've been hiking on the trails for a few days, so I thought I would change it up a little bit and go mountain biking.
Right now we're at the NOC. It's in the Nantahala National Forest. And we're about 20-25 minutes away from Bryson City being the closest town, Asheville being about an hour away.
Zane was able to give me a little rundown of the NOC area, and there are multiple miles of mountain bike trails here, and hit the trail for some fun adventuring and great to get the legs moving in a different way. Man, I need a break and I need a snack. What I'm gonna make up here today is a tuna melt. So a way to elevate those tuna packets, give a little bit different flavor, and actually cook my lunch rather than just having it cold. Something that's really important to me is having hot food, and I usually bring the burner for most of my meals. And I'm just gonna cook it up here right on the bench. Ingredients for our tuna melt are tuna packets, some cheese so we can melt, very, very important. And what I've got here is what I call my weasel bag. And these are my weasel bag of ingredients. And why I call them weasel ingredients is that you don't necessarily buy them, you don't necessarily steal them, but you kind of weasel them at the coffee shop or the grocery store. And so I put all my soy sauce packets, mayo, mustard, hot sauce, and ketchup all in here, and I can just throw it right in my backpack when it's time to cook. So what we're looking for is a little bit of mustard and some mayo. Another ingredient that you could add here too is a little bit of smoked salmon. It's got really good calories, really, really tasty. And to flavor it up too, you could add a little bit of garlic powder or some other seasonings if you like, maybe some chili flake or some black pepper. So what I'm gonna do is just get my ingredients in my pot before I start my burner. Oh man. Dijon and brown mustard. This is gonna be good. And then all I need to do is get my burner going and heat up our mix so it's nice and warm. This is smelling really, really good. Getting me excited for snack time here. And there's just something about warm food and warm food outside. Again, you can just throw these ingredients in a tortilla and have a very solid lunch. With the addition of heat here, I think is really, really important. And when I'm going outside, I don't necessarily need to rush through every activity. I'm going outside to enjoy and just take it a little bit slower pace sometimes. And having a great meal to be able to do that is pretty nice. Great. So that is nice and warm at the moment, and I'm gonna prepare my cheese. And these cheese snacks are absolutely perfect. But right now, this is just tuna mix. It is not tuna melt. We need some melted cheese. Oh yeah, we are looking nice and cheesy and melted in here. So you can dunk with anything that you like. And I have got classic wheat thins and classic Triscuits. And this is a great debate for you and your trail crew. Are you team Triscuit or are you team wheat thin? And I tend to like the Triscuits with the rosemary and olive oil and the big wheat thins. Yeah, they're a little bit thinner, a little bit crispier. Let's give that a nice dunk. Oh man, got that great melted cheese. This is a super cheap, really, really easy pack and lunch, high calorie, and it's warm. And I love having a warm lunch. I'm finishing up my hike and gonna set up camp, and tonight for dinner is a holiday classic and one of my favorite trail meals. What I need tonight is a warm, filling, stick to my ribs meal. And this is one of my favorite trail meals. And why it's one of my favorites is it's actually one of my favorite meals inside. It is the Turkey Day Holiday Stuffing Bowl, or the Holiday Bomb. We're bombing together all of the holiday flavors into one bowl. So I've got instant mashed potatoes, instant stuffing mix, some gravy mix, and you know, they don't make packaged turkey, so we're gonna have packaged chicken here tonight. It's a pretty solid substitute. Some dried cranberries, some fresh green beans, and then to top it all off, because it isn't Thanksgiving without the green bean casserole experience, is I have, oh yeah, French's fried onions. So the first thing we're gonna do is boil up some water. And I need enough to hydrate both the stuffing and the instant mashed potatoes. So I have a couple bowls here, and what I'm gonna do is put instant mashed potatoes in one and stuffing in the other. And what I'm also gonna add to these bowls is some of our other ingredients. So I'm adding my dried cranberries to my stuffing, and also just take my fresh green beans, break them apart. And I like my green beans a little bit crunchy. If you like them a little bit softer, you can add them to the water here and boil them up that way. Awesome, that's looking great. For this amount of water, it really doesn't take all that long for this to boil. So we are up to a boil, and we are going to add my water to my instant mashed potatoes and to my stuffing mix and cranberries. And give both of those a nice little stir. And both of these need to sit for a few minutes. So I'm just gonna put a lid on both of these, and we're gonna come back and check on them in a few minutes. It's time to start with our gravy. I'm gonna throw some water, our chicken packet, and our gravy packet, and get the burner back going. There is another way to make this trail meal. What you can do is put your water in there, all of your ingredients, turn on the burner, get it up to a boil, turn off the burner, put a lid on it, and just let it sit so that stuffing mix can hydrate. So all of those ingredients are still in the pot and still having a good time and having a seasonal time in there, a festive time in there. The thing about that method though, I've done that before, is that you don't get the gravy over the top of the bowl experience. You just get the gravy mix seasoning and flavoring up everything else. And for me, it's not as good, it's not as pleasurable. I like having the full gravy experience on the top. Yes, it is thickening up, that is great. Oh yeah, wow, we're already all done. Give that a taste. Yes, that is just so tasty. Our mashed potatoes have hydrated, our stuffing has hydrated. Check the flavor on there. Yep, that's looking really, really good. And I do have an extra bowl here so we can put all of our ingredients together. And we can't forget about our French's fried onions. And there we go, folks. Turkey Day Stuffing Bowl, Holiday Bomb. Let's see how this tastes, all those flavors together. That takes me back to the holiday table right there. This is so tasty, this is so satisfying. It's definitely what I needed tonight in this cooler evening at camp. The Smoky Mountains has really delivered. some beautiful vistas, some great new trails to explore, and this meal is a perfect way to end my trip here. Thanks for coming along for this Outdoor Eats Early Seasons Marathon. Are there more episodes? Yes, there are. There is season 3 with 4 great episodes where we went into amazing international destinations of Ireland, Switzerland, Ecuador, and then also Laramie, Wyoming, which isn't international, but it was a really, really fun story. And also, is there gonna be a season 4? Yes, we are currently filming for season 4, which will come out in the fall of 2026. So more Outdoor Eats TV is coming your way, but thanks for watching. Get out there, cook something amazing, go to the website, pick up a recipe, and get out there and cook with your friends. Boca boca.